Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is session 4. Hold on, I need to do one last thing before we do this, because I realize I need... This is our 4th session of CharityVania. Once more into the Breech. Unto the Breech. If you don't know what that reference is, I'm sorry for you. But we have our second to last crew today, crew number 3. We're gonna go around, let them introduce themselves. I am your friendly neighborhood Prax, and I'll do my spiel at the end. So we start directly to my right on the overlay with the wonderful, fabulous Alyssa. You're back.
I know, I'm back. I actually do things sometimes. Hi, everybody. I'm Alyssa Liss Xander. It depends on where and how you know me. You might see me around as Xander Slamilton or a quietly lurker of Liss in the Abyss. I'm just here. I have nothing to plug and nothing to do. I'm just excited to meat grind my way through this with everybody. So, hi. Nice to be back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then this leads directly, because I don't have this overlay, directly underneath Alyssa on the overlay. Hawkeye, thank you for being here, Hawkeye. Thank you for everything you do. We appreciate you so much.
Hey, it's a joy and a pleasure to be here. I'm Hawkeye, or Kentucky Hawkeye, if you want to be completely formal, and I will be playing a fun character out of my chemotherapy quartet. He's the name Goliath Bard by the name of Vin Blasti.
I am here for all of this so much. Appreciate that. Next to Hawkeye, we have someone new, at least to our channel, the wonderful, the fabulous Kay Damphir. Kay, welcome. We hope you are enjoying yourself.
Yes, I'm excited to be here. Hey, y'all, I am Kay Damphir. Wherever internets are sold, you can find me every other Wednesday on the Emergency Power Podcast, which is a Starfinder homebrew actual play. And every Tuesday, we do the Chaotic Wilson Talk Show, where we talk all things from indies to intersectionality. And it's a good time. And also I stream and work in video games. And today I'm going to be playing Grach, or Roxy, the paladin of the flying spaghetti monster. So this will be fun.
Yep.
Thank you for having me.
I'm here for all of this. We have 2 things while we're doing this. Number 1, we are TJ Jones. If you are still in chat, TJ Jones, TL Jones 2114. If you're still in chat, please give me a whisper. Otherwise, I'll pull another winner from our last session's winners of sketches. But last but certainly never least on this channel, Wally, thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming to play.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Wally, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. You can find me on socials at WALLE132, pretty much everywhere, just like the cute little Disney robot. You can pretty much find me on GGK Game Nights, playing some games every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Yes, because I'm living there. Tonight, you'll be seeing me play a barbarian. Their name is Henry. And that's all. I'm not even going to do the voice for them now. I'm just going to see what happens when we start playing, because I'm going to be the most reckless thing ever. I am planning on dying. I am doing everything with the full intent that I am not going to make it. So, yeah, let's go. I really hope there's a healer here, because I'm going to be doing some reckless stuff.
We'll find out. But that leaves us to the wonderful things. Chat, you can donate using !donate or !CharityVania, CharityVania, to donate to our wonderful cause, Fisher House Charities. They provide housing, care, and support to veterans and their families while those veterans are undergoing treatment at various VA hospitals around the country. I'm a military brat, and we were lucky enough not to ever have to need their services, but we did know a number of people who did, and they are wonderful, kind, fabulous folks who do a lot of really, really good. Right now, we are sitting at, $1,500, which is good. And there's a number of tiers that you can help or hinder the party. The party is going to begin with a wall chicken in their pocket that they will be able to use at some point in the future. But there are a number of other things that you can give away that you can, might be to your benefit. Or you can help donate, or you can choose to help me. You can choose to help me find new and interesting ways to, perhaps end the party. But we're going to begin as all of you appear suddenly in the room. It's well lit, stone, a couple chairs, cushy. There's a door in front of you, it's closed. You feel rested and calm. This is a nice healing place. But you're pretty sure that outside of it is not in any way, shape, or form. But I don't know, have you guys met before? Do you know each other?
That is a good question.
I have a feeling that Vin has probably met Henry in the past simply because of his reputation as a fighter, and they are such a great source for songs for a bard like this.
Yeah, that would be definitely. I think Henry.
I would say about
yeah.
half of the best songs I've got are all about your exploits. In fact.
Yeah. So the thing you would know this about Henry is they are very, very tall. Their dark skin though looks very pale, and you see like on various parts of their body you see stitches around their wrists, around various of the joints of their body, like someone took a bunch of body parts and just patchworked him back together to rebuild him into this. And his hair is really messy and covering his face a bit, and on top of his head is a wide brimmed black hat. Sitting on his back is this great sword that looks like someone just took it and made it out of a big old piece of rock. Like someone took a gigantic sharpened piece of stone, sharpened it into a sword, and just gave it to him, said, "Hey, yeah, use this," and he was fine with it. He doesn't talk much. He usually just talks in kind of noise. So I think Vin does all the talking for Henry. Like Vin is definitely Henry's mouthpiece.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Vin has a wonderful time traveling along with you, helping you out, creating all sorts of good stories and songs to play at the different inns that we get, and to tell of your exploits and get more coin as people throw in when they hear the beautiful musics of all the songs that I've written about you.
Indeed.
Yeah. And Vin is Henry is tall, but Vin is not quite as tall. He's a Goliath, but he's not a huge Goliath because of his trading. His background is not as a fighter. He is a war chant. He would lead his tribe into battle by playing his music, whether it's the bagpipes he carries on his back, or his lute, or his flute, or his violin. Either way, he would use those instruments to lead people to battle, but now he just leads Henri to battle because of reasons.
So that leads to the question of who else do we have in this room?
Well, Lucretia is also on Team Tall, so so far we have the party of the Talls, and as a very rather kind of blue stony looking skin, very tall and muscular, sort of draped in many spikes. There are many spikes in places that seem less practical than anything else, but for decoration, and bearing a mark of several devils of jealousy, retribution, and other such vengeances. She is here specifically because there is something in this castle that owes a retribution that they need to pay. I assume that Lucretia's not much for this realm or this area, so it's not that she hasn't heard of Henri's exploits. It's nice to have a fellow with a sense of battle and a sense of fight among him, but perhaps perhaps this isn't our first interaction, but it's not like we've been much. Our paths haven't crossed much. And of course, with Vin being your mouthpiece, it's not always easy to make friends, I suppose, in the line of work that we all do.
Indeed, and that leads us to our Cleric of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, which I love.
Paladin, actually.
Paladin, sorry, I
And-
misspoke. That was me.
No worries. Standing in the back, with just the worst resting grump face you've ever seen, is this very large half orc. She's about 6'6", very large tusks with like a brass ring across the left one, clad in chainmail and a spiked mace at her side, and spaghetti monster holy symbol, and just seems to be glowering. But if you look, like, the glower doesn't meet her eyes, and you, especially the bard, then you've probably heard tales of someone who genuinely believes the flying spaghetti monster, but no one ever really seems to take it very seriously. So she just kind of is staying back and watching and trying to figure out what the heck is going on here.
Think indeed. So you have a room to yourselves with a door that is closed. What do you wish to do?
Well, death waits for no one, shall we?
A story does not get written until the first line starts. And I point to the door.
Henry dusts off his long coat and heads over to the door with a slow lumbering thud and just grabs onto the door and gives it a tug, and will just try to outright pull the door right off his hinges as he goes to open it.
Respect.
Are you intentionally attempting to do harm to this door?
Yes.
So this leads to my next point. You are, as you attempt to do harm to this door, I need an athletics check.
Athletics check?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just to see, because it's gonna be fun for me.
Cool. All right. I accidentally closed my character sheet. Let me open this
This
back
is gonna
up.
be great.
Okay, you said athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh. All right.
First
cool.
roll.
That is a 14.
So you pull the door and you realize it wasn't locked, and so it's one of those, you over pull the door and it kind of like slams into the wall and like bounces a minute, and then it's like, well, it's still on its hinges.
I look at that and I look at the others with like the flat stare of like, now what?
No.
The big
I'm
half
su-
orc kind of stands
su-
and goes, that was very that was impressive.
Andre, I'm surprised that's still on the hinges. Have you been skipping some of your exercises this past week?
He looks dejected when Finn says that.
You can see now that as you look out this door, there's a large room that you're in, that it opens into. It's a stone castle, large, heavy velvet drapes that are pulled back from what looks like directly across from you. Seems to be windows, but they're not glass of any sort. You don't even have to get close to them to realize that there's a slight shimmer to them that seems wrong. There's no air that flows through them, and they all seem to have the same static image on the outside. You could roll me perception checks if you want more information, or you could walk into the room that's in front of you.
I'll go ahead and roll perception. I don't know what I don't have very good perception, but
I'll take a look around as soon as you do, after you do.
This is where I'm going to also inform you all that the room that you are currently in is a save room, quote unquote safe room. If you happen to die and not be revived by anybody before you die, you will immediately appear back here without the rest of the party. Because save rooms are fun. But if you come back to the save room while you're still alive, it counts immediately as a long rest.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Well, I don't see anything. I think I am much too fascinated by the door removal that has just happened, and I'm frankly less interested in looking around the room as to figuring out what just happened.
Yeah, I went to look out and then realized this was a save room and got really distracted by the hinges on the door because I rolled a nat 1.
Team Tall is starting very strong.
Yes, it's a great team.
So
Yeah,
I got
Vin sticks his head out and says, "Oh, it's a room."
After that, Henry just like turns around, looks at the door, closes it behind them, but does it real gently this time. Like takes 2 fingers and holds it on the handle and slowly closes it shut, and then turns around to stand in the hallway with the others.
Yeah, so Team Tall, you are now in this large open room. If you look on Roll20, you should be able to see at least your character icon, like an icon for your character, and walls. And maybe not much else. But we have confirmed that that should be what you should be able to see.
Okay.
I just see a
All
black
I have
square.
is a black square.
Yeah, I see a black
Yeah.
square.
Okay, if you pull out a lot, that might be the other thing, is it's...
Yeah, I'm all the way out.
Okay.
I can see a,
Yeah,
a
like
character
20%.
shape.
I see my
But,
icon, but nothing above
yeah.
the map.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
see
you don't
icon
see
and
even
nothing else.
glowing things on a glowing gray on black walls?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Solid
roll
black
20
with a
just
little
restarted
person
completely.
icon.
Alright, so...
Okay, so
let's
mine is just-
try this. Alright, can you see...
There it
I
goes.
can see some gray lines
Okay,
now.
I see the gray
Oh,
lines now. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a
Oh,
top-down
there
look
they
at the
are.
map. At least you can see the gray lines.
Okay.
I apparently can't see anything else because the Roll20 is being weird, but at least I can get you that. And everything
I
that
can
you can
see-
see has been explored and confirmed.
All right.
So, which way would you like to go? North or south?
I don't like making decisions. This little voice that does not match this huge, massive half orc.
The flying spaghetti monster doesn't give you any guidance at all when you...
I mean, sometimes, but we're not like picking a beer to go with red sauce right now.
Vin pulls out his flute, his penny whistle, looks through it like a telescope around the room and points south.
South it is then.
Can I get a description of how you're moving through these rooms? Just for me.
As soon as Vin points south, Henry walks forward and takes lead going down the hall to the south.
Okay.
I will take the rear then as the other, like, I know we have our big strong paladin, but you know, something tells me Lucretia's best in the back.
I feel like we do that thing where it's like, oh no, you, oh me,
No,
you,
please, if you, I
okay.
insist.
And Roxy will pull out her shield and start tromping along.
Vin will probably slide in between Roxy and Lucretia. He knows he needs to give Henry plenty of room to swing.
Yeah. So, as you make your way south, there's another doorway to your right that's kind of off this same room. And then there's the doorway to the south that continues on into a larger open space. Could I get everyone to roll a perception, please?
Here's hoping this goes better than the last.
Right?
Well, I almost I more than doubled it last time.
I got a 15.
Nope, exactly the same.
I got a 13.
Okay, so Henry is
Better than the nat one.
better than a nat
The
one.
the two up front makes sense.
The two up front are doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
So You see, Henry, as you move in, movement kind of through the walls, the light flickering off this large room where there seems to be a large amount of bookcases along the walls. The books in them are faded, the leather, almost as if they'd been exposed to sun, but there's no light coming through these windows. They're aged. The whole space feels like it should be covered in dust and cobwebs, but there aren't any. There's a feeling of age that doesn't quite match the space that you're in.
He like scans around the room, and he just holds his hand on the big old like makeshift handle that is his sword, as he just walks into the room and just scans the room and just like holds a hand out to the others. He takes in a big old sniff of the air and continues stalking into the room, looking around.
You can see a doorway to your right that goes to the west, and another doorway to the south at the edge of this room. It's a big room. It's about 70 feet by about 80 feet. Large, and again, there's everything as you walk so far. There's high ceilings, about 20-25 feet high.
He will look around the room, nod to the others, and motion for them to come inside.
As you cross into this room, you feel a surge of magic go across you, and you hear something. Almost like a message spell, maybe?
Do you all hear that?
I heard something.
Adventurers, be careful.
Not sure what.
What stands before you is Castle Dracula. It and its owner Dracula, the Prince of Darkness, rise every 100 years. Traditionally, it falls to my family, the Belmonts, to put him back in his grave. But the priest Shaft has done something that is preventing any of our bloodline from crossing these cursed mists. So Maria suggested we summon our own help. You've all traveled these mists before. You'll be able to get into the castle and defeat Dracula. But please, you must be careful. The castle is home to many horrors. Skeletons, zombies, flying Medusa heads, swarms of bats, and killer fish people. They say my ancestor Simon even fought a werewolf in the castle before he finally defeated Dracula. To aid you, this spell of Maria's will let others on this side of the mist send you boons to aid you on your journey. To everyone who is listening, use the incantation !CharityVania, that is CharityVania, to donate to our campaign to help our brave adventurers defeat the Prince of Darkness. You can send these brave adventurers healing, weapons, blessings of damage, and even a possible familiar. All of your kind donations go to benefit the Fisher House Foundation, which provides care and housing to veterans and their families while those veterans undergo treatment at various VA hospitals around the country. I know that the dangers are great, but with your help and the help of these kind benefactors, we will once again be able to defeat the vile Prince of Darkness and send Dracula back to his grave.
You hear that as you enter the room. There's nothing here. Just walls of stone, cupboards, well, not even, bookshelves. Those two doorways, one to the east and one to the south.
Well, it appears our mission has been laid out for us.
Just like being back home. Murderous fish people and all. Shall we keep going?
Murderous okay, yes?
So did you hear that, Henry? Tonight's dinner, fish sticks and custard. Let's go.
When Vince says that, Henry Henry's stomach doesn't grumble, but it's almost like a reflex that he just rubs his tummy. He's like nods happy, like it's gonna be a good night.
So which way are you going?
You said there was a door going to the east, you said?
There's a doorway to your east and a doorway to your south.
Henry's gonna walk to the east door and go to open it normally.
It will open easily. You can see in front of you a small room, maybe 20 feet across by 30 feet. Small for everything else in this space. Could you roll me a perception, please?
Okay. That's a 6.
Cool, thanks. That's all I needed.
And Henry walks into the room looking around, and it's like just giving the room a good scan over. Then looks at the others, motions for them to go inside, come inside.
Well, step in.
As you do so, a being pops out of the wall and kind of scans at you all for a moment. Small, floating head. No torso, no neck, no body. Just tentacles. Well, no. You thought they were tentacles. Those are snakes at the end of what should be hair. And it's going to attempt, and it's a dark red in color, as it's going to attempt to bite Henry.
Okay.
As it floats in air in front of you for a nat 20.
Oh dear, that hits me.
Yes, it does.
That hits me.
So you're going to take 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And I needed an intelligence saving throw, please.
Boy, my intelligence is -1.
Did I use cutting words, or do you want me to wait?
Oh, well, we'll probably have to see. 14.
14 you are not affected by its effect, which is good.
Can I do it? Can I do an action right after that?
Yeah.
I look at this thing that's bit my arm, and I want to grab the snake tendrils as is bitten down on me. I want to grab the snake tendrils and just proceed just to slam it over and over again on the ground.
Well, you
Because
need to
it-
make an athletics attack to try and grab.
Okay. That is a 12. 12.
Okay, so it's oh, this is not gonna go well. Look, it's dexterous, not athletic.
I can't imagine why.
It's really not athletic. It's an 8.
Oh, wow. Well,
Really
'cause
makes you scratch your head.
mind you, I rolled I only got a 12 because I rolled a 5. So,
Yeah, I
That-
rolled a 9 and it has a -1.
so like Henry has a good grasp on this thing, and he like grabs it by the snakes, pulls it up to eye level, and then go bam, 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 over and over again, until
Loki.
it just
Do the
like
Loki.
goes like inert.
It will take you a couple minutes to start, a couple of strikes to start doing that, and as you do, you'll notice that a couple other similar things start coming out of the walls nearby.
Oh.
And coming at you. Like a whole bunch of them. Like 12. Because I got a
12
gift.
of them.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right.
Get out. Roxy's gonna pull her mace and just start yelling, get out!
Can I get all of you to roll me an initiative, please? And I think the only person we're missing is Lucretia. Can I get all of you, if you click on the image of your token on roll in the
There we go.
Oh, let me zoom into my. Oh wait, it just disappeared.
okay.
Again.
I don't
Okay.
think
I'm going through to make sure you can see these all. Can you see all of these now? Can you see your token at least?
I can see my token.
I can just see
anything
my
else.
token and nothing else.
Yeah.
I
can you
see
s-
just like a default token. I don't know if it's
yeah,
mine,
it's just a
but I
default.
just-
One
okay.
of those,
Yeah.
whatever default token you can see is the one you can see, and I don't know why it's not showing them to you, and I think it's a page error, but I'll figure that out later.
Yeah, it's still not giving it to me, but oh wait, there it is. It's just extremely tiny.
It is. You might zoom in. It's a very big map. So if you will roll and then roll your initiative, if you click on it and then roll your initiative, it'll add it to the initiative tracker.
Oh, okay. So we're over there. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So we've got Vin and Lucretia.
That's gonna be a 6.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll
I've
nail that.
clicked it and rolled 3 times, and it's not going through.
Yeah,
It was
Okay, so then
13.
I'll do it the manual way.
Sorry.
That's okay. I have that power. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I apologize. So we got a 6 for Henry.
Yeah.
All right, and then Roxy got a
13.
13. Cool. So it is unfortunately the Medusa heads get to go first within 18.
Uh-oh.
This is fine.
So there are 12 of them. And I'm gonna pull this up because it might be important. Stephen very kindly just gifted you all a heart. What that means is you can choose to use that heart as an extra damage die on an attack when necessary.
Nice.
And don't forget you will have a wall chicken because someone else is very kind and gifted you one earlier. So we're going to we have a total of 12 of these Medusa. So two are going to attack Lucretia, 2 are going to attack Vin, 2 are going to attack Roxy, so that's 6. 4 are going to attack Henry, that's 10, and then the last 2, one's going to go on Henry and one's going to go on Roxy, because you're both in the front. So that's a total of 5 on Henry, right?
Yes.
All right. So there are 3 different colors. You have 2 red attacking you, Henry, and 2 blue and 1 gray.
Okay.
So the 2 red first. Red number 1 is 15 to hit.
That misses. Well, actually, that does hit. The 15 does hit.
Okay,
yes.
so the 15 does hit. So the 15, you're going to take 4 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then I need an intelligence saving throw.
That is an 11.
Still good. Enough. The 22, I'm assuming, is going to hit.
Oh, that's gonna hit. Yeah.
So another 4 points of piercing and 5 points of necrotic. And another intelligence saving throw.
That's a 12.
Still good.
Still good.
You're really doing okay. So then you've got 2 blue ones on you. For a 19 and a 13.
The 19 hits.
This one's easy. It's 4 points of piercing and 7 points of necrotic.
Alright. I am down to 18 HP, guys.
Oh boy.
You should hope that your friends are kind. And then you have 1 gray guy on you right now.
Okay.
Gray is the last one, and a 9 is not going to hit you.
That misses.
All right, so then we've got 2 on Vin. 1, 2, a 7 and a 9 are not going to hit Vin.
Yep, they will not.
2 on Lucretia. 1, 2, an 11 and a 15.
They both miss.
2, 3 on Roxy, right? Yes, 3 on Roxy. 1 of each color, just to make my life easy. Blue, red, and gray. The red kind of looks like it's otherworldly and glowing. The gray looks like it's drained of any color, metal of any sort. So blue first is a 9. That's not going to hit you.
Nope.
A 15
does not hit me.
And an 11 isn't going to hit you.
His noodly appendage is upon me.
Yes. And now it is Roxy's turn.
So, seeing my my new barbarian friend is in a very bad way, I'm just going to step up right behind him and lay a hand on his shoulder and say, he's watching over us, Ramen, and I'm going to cast Bless.
Ramen! Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. And then you're going to do lay on hands on
my
your barbarian
goodness.
friend.
I'm going to do a cure wounds, but unfortunately that only did 2 points of healing.
That's all good.
2
I'm
points.
psychically healed for 2 points.
I am blessed by that right there. That pun alone.
I am here
Wally,
for all
can we
this.
just bottle your laughter? To keep
I
on
know,
hand?
that was joy.
All right. Does our paladin of the flying spaghetti monster have anything else to do?
Nothing else I can do right now. Just bracing for more.
Lucretia. Or no,
All right.
Vin first. Sorry, Lucretia.
Oh,
Vin.
right.
Okay. All right. First thing Vin does, he sees his friend needs help. So first thing he does is he spins around his bagpipes, gets them ready, starts playing a tune. But these are not Scottish bagpipes. These are Ulean or Irish bagpipes. They have the hand bellows to do the air rather than blowing in, so I can sing along with it. And as I'm doing it, I start to sing Henry's fight song, which is, "When they see you come, they better step aside. A lot of foes didn't, a lot of them died. Got one fist of iron, the other is steel. If the right don't get him, then the left one will be faced 16 foes. And what did they get? All beaten and bloodied and closer to death. The leader tries to rally them, but they can't go. The hearts and souls are lying 6 feet below." Take a 1d6 inspiration.
Yes.
And then I take the bagpipes and go full blast into them, playing a medieval bagpipe version of Thunderstruck. If you ever want to hear Thunderstruck played right, go to YouTube, look up Bad Piper or the Snake Charmer, and hear it played the right way. And as I do that, built into the reader of my bagpipes is a wand of magic missiles, and I'm going to send 5 of them out to the ones that are ready to attack me.
So the great thing about magic missiles is I don't have to do anything, just roll the damage.
All right, so
It just
how do I do
happens.
this?
It just happens. Did I have to make my GM waste a 9th level spell from an Elithal Lich at one point on magic missile to make me break my cleric's concentration? Yes. Was it worth it? Yes.
3,
2, 2, 3,
4,
2.
and 5.
All right.
So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4,
Were these
7,
all one,
9.
or were they multiple?
They're each a separate magic missile shot.
No, but
coming
I'm
from
saying,
the
are you
wand.
targeting different? Medusa
I'll
heads?
target the one that's probably whatever one is nearest to me first, or we can just pick one of them at random and then.
Yeah,
if
the one that's nearest to you. All right, that makes sense. So the one that's that just attempted to bite you.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, and 3 is 11. It's still floating around, but it really didn't like that as you kind of out of the pipes of the bagpipes, and you see it kind of like hit it and gets like kind of bobs and weaves for a minute as it kind of shifts and twirls. It glows a little brighter blue and kind of like it's pulsating. That I believe is Vin's turn. Now we have Lucretia.
That'll finish me up.
All right. I forgot how much fun it is to play a fighter because you get 2 attacks. So I think Lucretia is just going to kind of do the really cool kind of anime drop the morning star. So it's like ready to go, pick it up, swing, and just I'll start with the first one on me, and for the first attack and go from there.
Yep.
If I'll actually
19
roll
will
okay.
hit. 19 will
Okay.
hit.
Cool. I will also no, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just roll the damage on that one. So it'll get 10 damage. And I will pick back up for the second attack on the I'll go on the second one on me.
Okay.
It's not very nice to hit me. So
Yeah, both of those the 26 will definitely hit.
it's nice to do damage.
It is nice to do damage. You've knocked both of these. They're still kind of floating, but they look not happy about to be floating. They look a little... They don't like your morning star. But as you do, you kind of knock one and it knocks into the wall, and one of the candelabra that's sitting there kind of shatters and falls off the wall. And what you find is you look down. 15. Let's see what. Oh, good! You will love this. This is the third time I have rolled this. Hi. You see just a little square with the Roman numeral 3 on it. And if you pick that up,
For sure.
you immediately make 3 attacks at double damage.
Ooh.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna
As a
swing that
triple
morning
shot
star.
falls out of one of the candelabras. Welcome to Castlevania.
The question is, what do I have to actually roll now? Do I just
No,
get
just
to
roll attacks like you would normally
Cool.
whatever attack you have.
All right, so we'll just roll. Here's 1. Here's 2. And here's 3. Ooh, nat 20 on the
Ooh.
last one.
So,
So
all
nice.
3 of those will hit.
Okay. Here we go. So for the first,
And these are always double damage, so it's 24. So that one will actually kill the one of the ones that was on you.
okay, here's the next one.
Will kill the other one that is on you. And you're in a close enough area that you can just like kind of turn and use that last attack on one of the others that's either on Roxy or on Vin.
Yeah, I'll grab one of the ones on Roxy since she was focused on the healing. And I think
That was double damage on a nat 20.
Yep. So it's 20. So it'll be 22 because it already. Did it roll the double damage? No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
It did not roll the. Oh, yeah, because that was.
Yeah.
Plus whatever your weapon bonus is.
Yeah. So 22 plus 2 is. Or 22. I'm just doubling it because it already included it here.
Yeah.
So 22, and then roll another d8.
All right, just a general D8. Come here.
So 5.
Okay, another 5.
So, 28, 27. You kill another one of these. So you've just been
3 down.
3 down.
3 down.
So that gets rid of all of the ones on you, and it gets rid of one of the ones on Roxy.
All right.
Moving and grooving. Henry!
So these 4 Medusa heads are like around me, right?
5, yeah.
Oh, 5 of them. Okay. The first thing is I would like to rage.
Always afraid. Go right ahead.
As he takes the sword off his back, and it just slams to the ground from the sheer weight of it. And after that happens, you almost hear it like thunder rumbling in the distance, as like something awoken. And as he drew that sword off his back, and then you hear the thunder get louder and louder, and out of nowhere, you don't know how it happened, a lightning bolt strikes Henry hard. And when that happens, you now can see it. You see these 2 bolts are inside of his neck, and they start to glow brighter and brighter as this necrotic energy flushes through his body as he swings his greatsword at one of those Medusa heads.
Cool. Swing away. I love every minute of this.
That is a 17 to hit.
Will hit.
Okay, that is going to do 2d6 slashing. So that's 15 plus That's plus another 2 for because I'm raging. That's 17, and then on top of that, I get to add in my divine fury with it because it's my first attack, and it does an extra 7 points of necrotic damage. So that's 17 points of magical slashing damage and 7 points of necrotic damage.
So which one of these would you like to massacre?
The first one that attacked me, one of the
So one of the
blue
red ones. So one of the red ones is gone.
And
Yeah.
it's like when he does it, he just swings it down once, and as soon as that like sword hits that Medusa, the Medusa head just goes, it bursts like a balloon just popped, and he just keeps on going, and he makes a second attack at the second red one that hit him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9. I got a 9 on that one.
That will not hit.
Okay, yeah, it just swings wildly. That's all I can do.
All right. It's now the Medusa's turn. But you're raging now, so that's a good
Yes,
thing.
I am.
So so we've got one red one attacking Henry. Oh wait, hold on, that's not the right roll. A 10 is gonna miss you.
Mm-hmm.
2 blue ones. A 21 is gonna hit, I'm assuming.
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And
Cutting words.
a 7 is gonna miss.
Cutting words on the 21.
Cutting words on the 21. That's a D. What is it?
A D6. It's off of my Bard inspiration roll, so it'll be a D6.
Yeah. So that's a 17.
That will still hit, just
Still
by
hits.
one. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
and
It was worth a try.
Yeah.
the last one. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Last one on you is a 23.
That will hit. Yes.
Okay, so the 21 and the 23 are gonna hit.
Okay.
So one is blue, and one is gray.
Worried about that gray.
So the blue is 4 points of piercing and 7 points of necrotic damage. I'm assuming you get most of that halved. And then the gray is 3 points of piercing damage, but I need a Constitution saving throw from the barbarian. Why am I even asking?
1 second. I think I did my math wrong there. So the first attack was how many piercing you said?
Piercing, it's it's 4 piercing and
Okay.
7 necrotic.
Okay. Then the second one was how much?
3 piercing, and I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Con save. That is a 17.
Oh, you're fine. You feel what something tried to grab hold of you, but no, not today. Then we still have 2 on Roxy, one of each, a red and a gray. So the red is a 12. I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
Does not hit.
And the gray is a 21.
That does hit.
You take 3 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from the paladin. Why am I asking?
Come on, do the thing. Ooh, that's only a 7.
Ooh,
RN Jesus hates me.
yeah, you're gonna be restrained,
Okay.
and you will have the opportunity to make another Consti save at the end of your next turn. It will be very important that you do. Any attacks that are made against you are of advantage. Any attacks that are that you make are at disadvantage because of restraint, and your movement is 0. So, and then there's 1 left on Vin, I believe, because Lucretia got rid of one of the extra ones on Roxy, so there's still 2 on Vin.
Roxy.
A red and a blue, just to make things interesting. Red one is a 20.
That will hit.
That is 4 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage, and I need an intelligence saving throw from the bard.
Intelligence. 4.
Oof.
So 4, you cannot take an action until the end of your next turn. Or excuse me, you cannot take a reaction until the end of your next turn. And you can't, on your next turn, you must choose whether it is a move, an action, or a bonus action. You can only choose one of the 3.
Okay.
And then The blue one is a 15.
That hits too.
Yay! That is. Did we do 2 on you?
Oh, you did 2 on me already.
Yeah,
That's
then
right.
that's never mind. That was wrong.
Okay.
I was like, wait, we did that
Okay.
wrong. Then that's the end of their go. Roxy, you're restrained.
Yeah, okay. I was going to smack some of these around, but our barbarian friend still doesn't look very good. So, and I was able to touch him last turn, and he didn't say he moved. So I think I'm just going to reach out and lay on hands for 30 points of healing. Just feel better, please.
When you touch him, you see all of that healing energy go into him. It looks like he doesn't react to it at all, but you see like the wounds like patching up all around his body.
And you just kind of get this breath of like fresh cooked pasta. And that's going to be my turn.
I'm here for this. Alrighty. Vin. Hi, you took damage.
All right. Let's see. I can only do one thing, so probably the most advantageous thing I'm going to do is I stop playing the bagpipes and I pull out my rapier, and I'm going to go after this one that's still on me here.
Okay.
After one of these that's still on me here.
Yep, the blue or the red?
Let's see. Which one did I hit with the remainder of the magic missiles? Was it the blue?
Mm-hmm, the blue one.
Okay, we'll go after that one. 17 for 9 piercing.
You will skewer this Medusa, and as you do so, you see it slowly start to suddenly harden and then fall to the ground and shatter.
And since I can't do a bonus action or anything else, that finishes me off.
Yep, indeedy. Lucretia.
Unless I don't get a save till next time around, right?
No, it's just a 1 round. It's only 1 round.
Just for the 1 round? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything until you don't have to make another save. Roxy did.
The one
Hold
has
on.
to. Okay.
Roxy, did you roll the
Oh no, I forgot to do it at the end of my turn.
Constitution
Okay.
saving throw? Sorry.
That's a 4.
Ooh.
It's a nat 1.
Yeah.
I hate digital dice.
Yep. I'm gonna say something here for everyone playing along at home. Your paladin is now turned to stone as it is petrified.
Oh no.
Well,
That's why I figured I wanted to do the healing before I went out.
oh boy.
You can shatter me and I'll be in the next doorroom.
Yes, if you do kill her or she ends up dead, then she will respawn with 1 failed death save in the safe room.
It's not ideal.
Not ideal, but would you rather be stone in this room?
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. It's Henry's turn.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Oh wait, I didn't go.
Oh no, it is.
Oh, that's
Lucretia.
right, yeah.
Sorry, it is Lucretia's. Why did I?
Sorry, Henry.
Sorry. Yeah, go Lucretia. That
Go
was.
ahead, yeah.
I pulled it up and then we hadn't done because I had to go back and get the concept. Sorry, that's my bad. Hi
Oh,
Lucretia.
that's fine. I'm gonna. So Henry still has the most on him anyway, right? Like they're the one
There
that's
are
like
4
stuck.
still on him, and there are 2 on
Yeah.
Roxy, and there's 1 left on Vin.
Okay. Then what I'll do is I will spend yeah, I think I'll get whatever one is close. So I think because I had already taken 1 out on Roxy, I'll just focus these attacks on the 2 on Roxy. But let me see if I hit first. I may spend one of my superiority die to make more of a mess. So for the first one,
Will hit.
yeah. All right, damage. Take my damage. 10 damage. on that
10
first
damage?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, none of these are ones you've hit yet, right? No.
No, none of these are ones I've hit yet.
So it's still floating around. It's not happy, but it's floating around.
All right, then I'll keep this attack on that one, but I'll also use a superiority die to do sweeping attack, so that way when I hit it, I can also hit the other one, just so that it starts getting some damage on it.
Yep.
So goodbye one superiority die, so hope to God I hit. I hit, which is nice.
Yes, you do. With an 18, you do.
And I think they get the same damage. I don't remember how sweeping
Well,
attack.
I can check.
Original target within your reach. Original attack would hit equal to the number equal in the superiority die. Oh, I have to roll the superiority die yet to figure out how much the extra damage is.
Because, so the 9 damage goes to the one you attacked, and then the superiority damage goes to both of them.
Okay,
I believe that is how it is written.
Let me roll this d8. Which is an 8. So 8 to 1, and then another 8 to the one I already hit.
Yeah, so plus the 9 that came from the regular damage. So as you hit it, you kind of like crush through it, and you kind of just keep going as you do 8 damage to the second one. So you're down. You got rid of that one. So feeling pretty good. You got rid of another one.
Yeah. We're clearing through.
We're
getting them.
Henry.
Okay. So Henry knows that if they die, they will appear in the previous room.
Yes, that is something you will immediately know.
Okay, that case, Henry looks at the Roxy statue and just shoves it over. Immediately just shoves it over to shatter it. Because he knows that if she shatters, she will appear much later. And he wants his friend back. So what's he going to do? He's going to shatter the statue as his action. And, and wait for his friend to come back.
It.
So...
And that's what he does.
Beat me to it.
Good job. So Roxy is now... is now going to be... reappear. We'll come back to what happens to Roxy in a minute. But as you see it, the statue falls over and shatters into 1,000 pieces of stone on the ground. And then at the same moment, just as they kind of appear, there's this like wave of energy that goes over them and they just vanish instantly.
Henry just goes, like now that he gets it. But it's almost as if he was testing out something. So he just nods like, okay, this works. And that's my, I guess would that be my bonus action to interact with object, or would that be my action to interact with object?
No, in this case I would say it's a bonus action to interact with an object because all you're doing is pushing it over.
And then I'm just going to swing and attack the one right in front of me. Mm-hmm. The second red, the
second
first
red one?
The second red one, yeah. Okay, that's a 19 to hit.
Yes.
And it is dealt 14 plus another 4. So that's, it dealt 14 points of magical slashing and another 4 points of necrotic damage.
Oof, very nice. It's still barely holding on. Barely.
And that I just go for another swing.
Go for it.
That is another 19 to hit.
Yes, indeed.
That is 15 points of magical slashing damage.
And that one is like, as you kind of come back for that backslash, you just kind of right through the middle and it shatters as it falls apart.
That's all I can do.
It's their turn. So there are only the 2 blue and 1 gray left on you, Henry. So not 24 to hit you.
Oh, that hits. That hits.
On one of the blue ones. So that's 8 piercing and 14 necrotic.
Thanks.
The second blue one is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That's 4 necrotic, or 4 piercing and 7 necrotic.
Okay.
And the last gray one is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
And that's 3 points of piercing damage. And I need a Constitution saving throw from the barbarian.
That is a 15.
You're still fine. And then there's still one on Vin, I believe, is my count?
Yes, still one left on me.
There's still one left on Vin, and there's still now the two that were on Roxy that are no longer on Roxy because Roxy isn't there. So we've got the one on Vin, which is, I believe, we hadn't determined, so we'll just call it a blue one at this moment. Not 20.
Oof.
So that's
Oh.
8 piercing and 14 necrotic on the bard.
22.
How's that looking?
Okay, let me do a quick roll here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I did not make the wisdom roll. Something's going to happen on my next turn.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one. And then the one of the ones that was on Roxy is going to fly over to Lucretia. That's a red one. For 12 is going to miss.
Yeah.
And a blue one is also going to fly over for 22.
That one will hit, though.
So that's 4 piercing and 7 necrotic.
Okay. 4 piercing, 7 necrotic. Ouch.
That is the end of their turn.
Oh, I'll use my reaction, because I gave myself tiefling stats as an underworld employee. I'm gonna hellish rebuke that, the one that hit me. Because how dare you?
I support this. I support all of this.
Yeah,
so they get a dex save though.
Yes. And if they make it, it's half, and if they miss,
right.
yeah.
So it's a 13. So they make it, but so it's only 5.
It's only 5, yeah.
And it kind of you
Still.
see it kind of fizzle and like a little scorch marks on one of the snake eyebrows.
So like they have
little
eyebrows like this now.
No, they have like little tiny snakes as eyebrows. The
Oh.
little hairs are little tiny like warbling snakes.
Oh, I was thinking the eyebrows on all the snake heads.
Yeah, like the snakehead eyebrow. The snakes.
Oh
have
no,
all
the
gone
snakehead
from, like,
eyebrows
this
are
to-
also burned off, and they're just like all kind of like glaring at you now.
The feeling is mutual.
Roxy, it is now your turn. You appear in the save room. You have 1 failed death save. You would have to have an actual long rest to get rid of that, or go out and then come back into the death, to have a activated is. You can hear the sounds of battle from where you are. It is 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110 feet from where you are.
Well, my movement speed is 30. But I'm going to run 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to,
But by the way, mechanically, you will have everything that you would have gotten back from a long rest, except for the fact that you still have a failed death save.
oh, okay, cool. That actually helps a little bit.
Mhm.
So I will run 30 feet. I will then say, be with me, and we'll Misty Step an additional 30 feet. So this spray of fresh pasta scent fills the room as I just appear 30 feet closer. But that's only 60 feet. There's no way I can see into the room, is there?
You can just there's one room in front of you. You can just see Vin and Lucretia at the far end of that room, and the doorway that leads to the room where to the kind of hallway that Henry is down. So you could think you could get to Henry in the next round. Maybe.
And so I'm the other two are more than 30 feet from me, though. Yes.
They're 40 feet from you.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. I'll just shout, "I'm coming!"
Vin, you failed that roll.
I know. The damage he's taken, he tries to fight the pain off as much as he can, but it's reached a point where he can't fight it off any longer, and his body suddenly starts to tremble. the muscles in his arms and legs start to swell. His hand is almost too big to hold the rapier in his hand, and he closes his eyes, and when they open them up, they are shock white, and he goes into a full-blown rage. And he will attack this floating thick abomination in front of his face with his rapier.
Mm-hmm. Go right ahead.
The family curse has struck, and these Medusa heads are going to find out what it is.
But a 12 is not going to hit.
12's not going to hit. So that takes my bonus action and regular action. So, all right, that finishes me off.
Now we have an angry Goliath barbarian.
Barbarian.
Lucretia, my dearest.
All right.
Oh, let's see. No, I haven't taken it.
Right.
How many are left? Remind me.
There's 1 on Vin, 2 on you, and 3 left on Henry.
Okay. I will focus on the 2 on me since they are in front of me. And Morning Star, good. Let's go for it. That's the worst I've rolled in on an attack. It's only an 11.
Yeah, that's not going to hit. I'm sorry.
I imagine letting out the fire is not always the best for getting your stance back, but that'll hit, and that feels good.
Yes, it will. So is this the blue one or the red one?
The red one for max damage.
You will crush this thing as you knock it into a wall.
Retribution, baby.
Alright. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I think I'll just prepare for, or like at least move a little closer to Henry to get ready to get the rest.
Yep.
Well, no, I got the 1 on me. Never mind. I'm prepared to be destructive.
Destructive is good, apparently. Henry, how you doing? You're muted.
I am pretty low HP wise, but let's keep on going. I'm gonna swing away at the one that attacked me first.
So a red one.
I'm gonna hit that red one. That is a 10 to hit. Does a 10 hit?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, that's a miss. And does an 18 hit?
That will definitely hit.
Okay, that is dealt 17 points of slashing damage and 6 points of necrotic damage.
You skewer another one.
That is all I can do.
And now I think as we come to this turn, you can hear the whole castle toll like a bell. It rings out loudly. And we're going to take the break for the evening. Stretch, bio, do all of those good things. When we come back, we'll find out for whom the castle tolls, I guess. We'll see you in a few minutes.
It tolls for we.
Definitely don't toll for me. We'll find you out in a minute, everybody. Bye.
Oh, look. The Belmont brought some new toys for my beloved to play with. I'm surprised that the mist didn't keep them out, but no matter. They are just new playthings for my lord's pets. Do they actually think they will be able to survive the hordes of skeletons, zombies, killer fish people? Oh, not to mention the swarms of flying Medusa heads or swarms of bats. Oh, I see. They think they are heroes. Well, as we know, the darkness is truly seductive. Perhaps my lord will let some of these new minions aid in showing these heroes the fine hospitality of Castle Dracula. By using !CharityVania, you fine minions of the Prince of Darkness can donate to order my lord's swarms of flying Medusa heads, perhaps activate one of the curses, or call upon the castle itself to invert against these intruders. My lord has pledged that all donations will be to the benefit of the Fisher House Foundation, which provides care and support to veterans and their families while veterans receive treatment at VA hospitals around the country. I wonder how many of these poor, misguided souls will even make it through my lord's castle to meet him. I'm quite looking forward to seeing how many new servants my lord gains from this absolutely brilliant plan of the Belmonts.
Welcome back, everyone. We hope you were refreshed, stretched, bioed, did all of those good things. We hope you were also in chat because we have a giveaway for everyone in chat before we get back into giant swarms of Medusa heads.
This is fine.
If you are in chat, we are going to give away one of the, from our wonderful dear friends over at Our Telstorian Games, are giving away 2 PDF sets of the Witcher Core Rulebook and the Witcher Journal, because Witchers have to deal with vampires, and that's the thing. And vampires are cooler in Witcher than a lot of other games. So, if you're in chat, we're gonna run the animation, and hopefully it doesn't break your eardrums. That's just me. And then, so, ready? Wait, I need to do that button. All right. For an epic giveaway time. It is an epic animation.
I've seen others use this. It's a great one.
So good.
Cake Bite, if you are in chat, could you please give me send me a whisper on Twitch so I can get you into contact with the wonderful folks at Our Telstorian Games. Thank you very much for that. But now we are back. So, yay. Oh wait, I need to turn the music back on. Because that's the thing. We have five of our unfortunate friends of Medusa left. And Roxy, as you come forward, you kind of you're running forward and you knock into the wall. And you see the wall, like, shift as it the crack goes along the wall to a room, and then right next to Henry, the crack just kind of comes down and the wall breaks next to you, Henry, and there's a large chicken dinner just sitting there, and it smells divine.
I'm gonna take the chicken, and I'm gonna eat that chicken.
Is he eats the chicken, everyone in the party gains the benefit of 50% max HP healing immediately, and if that puts you over your actual HP, then those become temporary hit points.
That is wonderful.
Ooh.
Downside means I need to do math.
Yeah.
I
am
not
going to calculate
that
with
gay.
a calculator.
For somebody that is currently getting paid to work as an organic chemistry TA, math is not something I give a single shit about.
All right, Prax, just so I know, for odd numbers, round up or round down?
Round up.
Okay.
Rounding up is always more fun.
All right, almost to max.
Yep.
Yeah, I am a little bit under max. Good.
I got some my favorite things in the world, temporary hit points.
So, Roxy. It's all about you.
I'm gonna run forward 30 feet and see how far into this room can I see. I'm sure I'm still away from people.
Well, no, you're now really close to Vin, but there just happens to be a singular floating Medusa between you and Vin.
And there's no way I could run kind of away from the group to get a better view into.
You could, but it's not really gonna help you.
Not gonna help.
Really, just because of the way the wall extends further down.
Gotcha.
You can see Vin and Lucretia. You'd have to come a whole extra 60 feet around to for equal distance out and down to get to see.
Okay,
that
that's
hallway.
fine because I don't really have a bonus action I could use anyway. Okay, so Roxy just high on temporary hit points, is going to pull out some seeds and sprinkle them and say, hail meat sauce full of beef, blessed is salt from thy shaker, and throw them up. And in these very high ceilings, it almost seems to part, and a giant meatball just appears in the sky. And a singular strand of pasta slowly starts unfolding towards that one Medusa head between us. And then in kind of the blink of an eye, it turns from a meatball and pasta into a huge full moon and one moonbeam as I cast Moonbeam on this little
So
hacker.
what you're saying is, now clarify this as I go over this. Are you saying is that you looked up in the sky and the moon hits your eye?
Like a big meatball.
Gosh, this is wonderful.
So that Medusa head is going to need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Pretty please.
Ooh.
Yeah. They have that. Not a lot of that, but they have. It's a 19.
So they're going to take 2 points of radiant damage.
So they're burning, but not a lot. And are
Correction. I apologize. They will take that at the start of their turn.
Yeah, at the start
Not
of their
that
turn
it
or when they enter
matters,
the space. Yeah, it's
Yes. Sorry.
it's this. I do the same thing. I require them to do the save at the same time because it makes the most sense to me. Then I have that already done, and I don't have to worry about it.
I hate to say it, but that's one spicy meat the ball.
Fair. Vin, you raging? You angry?
Yes. I'm gonna swing at this one that's still on me here. With my rapier that is now too small for my hand, but still hopefully just as deadly.
Nope.
I'm so mad, I'm just swinging wildly and missing it.
Are you gonna do anything else on your turn?
Oh, well, let's see. Might as well, while I have the opportunity. I see Roxy come in, right?
Mm-hmm. They're just on the other side of you.
All right.
Oh
I
Lord,
tur-
she coming. She big, she loud, and
Yeah.
chainmail. She coming.
And suddenly Roxy hears ringing in her ears, they'll tell the moths when they get home, their little heads ain't going home. Only white bone and some sinew, the vultures they are gonna chew. They ain't handsome, they ain't pretty, they're the deadbeats of the city. Get out, Klopik, 1, 2, 3, you're going on a hill killing spree. And take a 1d6 inspiration.
Lucretia, my darling.
Well, I do one thing and I do that thing well, and I'm gonna do the thing. There's still one on me, so I'm gonna swing away.
Okay, go for it.
I really love this Morning Star.
Well, the Morning Star really likes you, apparently, because that also is a hit.
Oh, hi, Princess Carolyn. I think you should sit here and not on the camera.
Alright, so that is 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
Still mostly alive.
All right, then I'll use my second attack on it. With a slight flourish to sort of, be excited that Roxy's back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 12 damage on
That one will shatter it.
Great. Which is a perfect time to sort of move in such a way that I can help with any of the remaining.
Yeah, so right
remaining
now the only thing
ones.
left is there's one on Vin, and then there are the 3 left on Henry.
Okay, I'll move towards Henry so that way.
Mhm.
Not that I worry about Henry necessarily, but just in case, I'm here to help.
Henry!
I'm going to swing away at. It was one red And 2 reds and 1 gray?
No, 2 blues and one gray. You killed both of the reds.
Okay, I'm going to swing it at the gray one. I'm going to swing at the gray one. I'm going to reckless attack the gray one this time
Reckless
around.
attack, please.
Yeah, I
Thank
forgot
you.
I could do that. That is a 22. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, a 22 will definitely hit.
Okay. And that is 10, that's 12, and that is 12 points of magical slashing and 8 points of necrotic damage.
Oof, you shatter that one.
And I keep on going, like swinging continuing the swing around as I go for the other blue one. One
Okay.
of the blue ones that are there.
The 2 blues that are left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Yep. Oh, no, a 15 does not. Sorry. 15
Oh, it does not hit.
15
Oh, okay.
does not
15
hit.
does not hit. Okay. Oh, well, then, you know what? I'm going to use my inspirational die that I got from Vin.
Wait, if you do reckless, you do reckless for your whole
Yeah,
turn.
it's whole turn.
Oh, it's
so
my
you
whole
get-
turn?
They
Oh,
also
cool.
get
Yeah.
to
Oh, that's right,
attack
yes.
you with advantage.
That's
so you get
right,
reckless your
yeah.
whole turn.
Sorry, I thought you were rolled because I can't see the
Oh,
rolls.
I critted.
Oh, okay. Well, how do you massacre this thing? Because based on your pure numbers, it's going to be...
So after I hit the gray one, he just keeps on going, swinging wildly. It's like he just pretty much, the way it looked like he attacked is that he stared at all of these Medusa heads that are around him, and there's like so many, and he did the numbers in his head, and he realized, I'm outnumbered. I got to do as much damage as I can to hit them all. So he just picks up the sword and he just starts spinning around and around in a circle over and over again. And he hit one of the first Medusa head and that shattered. And he kept on going, swinging around and around. And then he hit the other one. And that's why he is now, people can get advantage of it now because he's still swinging wildly in a circle madly as these 2 others just rip through them with his sword.
Indeed. And, but there's still one left. And it's their turn. And they do get to roll with advantage against you.
They do.
Because you were reckless. So... But they're not going to hit anyways.
Both miss.
And the last one on Vin, which is hanging on for dear life barely. It's a 19 hit you.
You're muted.
Yes, a 19 definitely hits.
Then this was a blue one that was left upon you. That is 4 piercing damage and 7 necrotic damage.
Okay, what were those numbers again? Sorry, I didn't hear the first one.
4 piercing and 7 necrotic.
Okay, so 11 total. Actually, the first one will be cut in half, so that'll be 9. Okay. Alrighty. And as the second one hits, you hear a pierced, pained cry come out of Vin's lungs as the other one hits, as something else is about to happen.
Remember did you get your HP from the chicken?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but he's still raging, so...
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
The follow-up roll happens whenever he's raging.
Yep. And it started their turn, so they took the 2 damage. The moonbeam is still in place. Roxy.
Okay, I'm running 30 feet forward. Can I get in range of any still existing Medusas?
Well, you could go 10 feet forward and get in on the other side of Vin with the one that is in your moonbeam, or you can not get any closer. Well, you can get closer and be like 5 feet from... The problem is that Henry isn't around you, so you're 5 feet from
Gotcha. Okay, I am then going to go, I'm going to bonus action. I can move the moonbeam up to 60 feet as a
Yes.
bonus action. So I'm going to drop it on one of the ones attacking Henry, and then just take a swing at one of this one that's barely hanging on.
Yep, that's barely hanging on. It's living on a prayer.
Yeah. I really hate these dice. 14.
This is not gonna hit.
Well, I get a second attack.
You do.
So you just hear a, and she swings again for another 14.
No, but that moonbeam. Oh wait, no, hold on. You're attacking the one against Vin. You're now flanking, and as I said, you guys get flanking rolls and I don't. So the 14s are your first attack. So roll
Okay.
at advantage
Okay,
for the second.
Okay, that's a 22
That will
for the
hit.
second. Huzzah! So that is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
So
Is-
I just smack this thing into the ground and kind of watch it bounce a couple times. I'm like, and then move the moonbeam.
And move the moonbeam over to the other side of Henry. Vin, what was in front of you is now gone.
Probably bad news for me, but that's okay.
The effect is still the same. He failed the next wisdom throw, so now he's going to be fighting reckless all the way through this now. So the one there's not in front of me, so I will go and help out the fighter that I am the muse for, and go over towards the nearest one to me of the ones that Henry is fighting.
Yep, that's all that's left. The 2 on Henry.
Okay, so rapier time. Let me roll this up here, back here. $24 hit,
Yep, indeed.
5 points of damage.
Oof. Well, the closest one hadn't been hit yet, so still alive.
Okay, well, I don't get another swing, so that finishes my turn.
Lucretia,
Don't worry, I get to swing now.
you do.
It is my swing time.
You can move through them to get around so that you can be in flanking
Yeah.
position if you wish.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Mhm.
I don't know if it'll change too much to the 19 I just rolled, but just in
Which means you
case.
get advantage, so roll the 19 again.
Just in
Crit
case.
fish.
Yeah.
Crit fish.
Wouldn't it be nice? No, it's
No,
just a 19.
but the 19 will hit.
Yeah, which is good. Almost max. Just
So
13 damage.
Which one are you hitting? You're hitting the one you're in.
Yeah. In the flank for. The flanking.
So that will murderize the one that Vin just hit. So that one's gone, and then there's only one left
Cool.
on your other side.
Then I'll take my second attack to swing that way.
Also at advantage, just because the way you're.
Yeah. Which is a good thing, because
24
I don't
will
think
hit.
14 would. Yeah. Alright, here we go. 9 damage. Not
Still
bad.
alive though.
It's still up.
Mhm.
It's still...
Is it kind of like bobs and you like whack it towards? I like the image that you just whack it towards Henry because it's now Henry's turn.
volley?
As soon as you whack it towards Henry, Henry is still swinging around in a circle. So I'm going to reckless attack that one right there. So that is a 24 to hit.
Yep.
That is 16 magical slashing and 4 points of necrotic damage.
Oof. Yes, that will kill it.
And is there any more left?
Nope, that's it. That's everything else around you.
After that last one goes down, Henry just slowly stops spinning, coming to a stop, and he just staggers back and forth because he's been spinning this entire time.
Are you okay?
He's just like moving back and forth, swaying.
That was really cool, by the way.
Very, very good work. Now I see why there's so many songs about you, indeed.
And when you say the part about songs, he goes to check on Vin.
As the last one falls, Vin kind of slumps down, exhausted from the rage because he doesn't normally have the strength for this like Henry does. So he though his body swelled muscles start to go back to normal, and his eyes go back to their normal shade and all that, instead of the all white. But he'll be a little bit tired, but he won't take him long to recover. It's just the exhaustion of the family curse hitting him, of the war spasm.
Henry will reach down and help Finn up.
I apologize, my friend. I lost cool.
Pats him on the shoulder like we've all been there, and just stalks out the room.
Henry, where? And he's gone. Great. Shall we keep going?
Could we just make a quick detour back to the room? Maybe? I don't know. Would that help anyone?
It is not unappealing.
Would not hurt.
That would be great.
Henry will look around to make sure the hallway's clear and head over to the safe room.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
We're really good at this.
Yeah, these
We're
have gone so
fantastic at
well.
that.
Yeah.
6. I rolled a 6.
Doesn't seem to be anything around you as you stalk your way back through these 2 rooms, back to the safe room. You can, once you are there, you can close the door, and you will all immediately get the benefits of a long rest, which is very good for Roxy, because that gets rid of that 1 failed death save for them.
Also gives me spell slots back.
Mm-hmm.
How
And
should
since we didn't get a shout out from Cake Bite during any of that, we're gonna re-pull that winner
Oh, fun!
while you have your long rest.
Just imagining the sight
That wasn't even the Dracula himself. Those were just a bunch of little pets. Really terrible, but also not the big. It's only going to get worse.
most likely.
Looks like we maybe be careful, pick the battle more carefully this time.
Like Henry nods at that in a way of like, my bad kind of way.
Tanya, my dear, message me, because you just won the Artel Saurian gift pack for Witcher core book and the Witcher journal. So Tanya, Cipher of Tear, somebody remind Tanya, we'll let her know. I know she's in chat and I know where she is. But you are now all back in that safe room, and as you close the door, you immediately feel better, rested, revitalized. All those good things.
Well, I propose that we continue due south and just go to the south door that we avoided the first time, and keep a sharper eye.
I go to, Henry said, this time I lead. And I will take the lead this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stay in the back.
I will follow behind Vin.
And then I'm assuming Roxy and then Lucretia.
Works for me.
I'll just reach out and put a hand on everyone except for Ven, but Ven, like you, I think you're okay. And so I will cast Aid on Lucretia, Henry, and myself, so you all get 5 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
And your max HP goes up by 5.
These are, you can heal these back up
For the next 8 hours. You're making your way due south, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Vin, would you roll me a perception check as you are in the lead?
Certainly. $11.
As you walk through one of the door to the big room where the split is, as you start to make your way to the southern door, You bump into one of those sconces on the wall just for a moment, and you just kind of put your hand out to kind of steady yourself, and you put just enough pressure, and the sconce falls to the ground. And the light fixture breaks, granting you a... Let me roll for it. An 8. Ooh! A double shot, which means the next time you take an attack, you immediately, or the next time you see a creature that you wish to attack, you immediately make 2 attacks at double damage.
Ooh. Nice.
Very cool.
So as you make your way down, you see a wider room, a little bit longer, smaller room, similar to the one that you were in, again, lined with bookshelves, but there seems to be a quiet, almost steadiness on the walls and floors. You see the carpet is worn in places, oddly and slightly weird.
As if someone's been pacing quite often there, or is it a different type of path?
You could roll me an investigation to find out why.
Sure.
No, it doesn't look like somebody's pacing. It just looks like it's worn, oddly. Almost like it's worn from the underneath and not from the top.
All right. As we... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I'm tempted to sort of, like, just pass it, like, that Arcana check just around why is this room the way that it is, sort of.
You can.
The version of a vibe check that is essentially for magic.
You can roll an Arcana if you wish to look around. I mean, it just something seems off in that sort of magical way, and not just something is a Medusa head floating. With a 19, it's almost like the walls and the floor shift on occasion.
There's a shifting here. The room itself moves.
Ben pulls out his rapier, but not to fight. He's just going to gently prod the floor to make sure that the floor in front of us is solid in the entrance into the room.
It seems solid, but it doesn't seem to give any reaction to your movement forward.
Okay.
Do you move? You're continuing.
Slowly
forward?
move. As soon as I test that the floor is not an illusion, I'll slowly work into the room.
Just follow behind him closely.
So it's not an illusion, it's stable. It just seems to move, maybe, on occasion, possibly. You don't know why.
Now, was this rug in the center of the room, or is it?
It's kind of mostly in the center. There's just a very small piece around the outside edge of this 7 by 5, 70 foot by 50 foot room that's like stone, where you see the stone. It's like a large carpet more than a rug, but it's not wall-to-wall carpeting, kind of. It's very brushed red, and like a key and interlock pattern of gold along the outside edges. Again, some small bookshelves, no windows, and no fireplace in this room.
Is the carpet secured to the floor?
Yes.
At all? Okay. So if I took my rapier, tried to lift it up, just make sure that look underneath to see why it's worn or something like that, I'd have to cut it. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that then. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like there's anything like that.
Okay.
As you look down, you can kind of see through the hall, through the open doorway, which isn't really a doorway. It's more of like an archway with long, heavy velvet drapes on either side. And again, these large 20-foot ceilings. So all of you tall folk feel like there's normal people in a room.
I guess it could happen.
It is indeed a thing that could happen. You see in front of you, just out, because the door is slightly to one side of this wall that you see in front of you, so it's like slightly to the left in the south-facing wall, you see a glint. Something shiny in front of you.
I'm just gonna cast Divine Sense. I'd know if there's a hallowed spell, which I don't expect, but also any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet, not behind total cover.
Mm-hmm.
Do I ping
Where do
anything?
you do this? Just inside the room?
I want to get like close to the door so I can kind of peer in as much as I can and just do a look.
Okay. Do a look, but not actually in the doorway kind of thing, like to the side maybe? Yeah.
I got 6 seconds, so kind of...
So you know that you feel the sense of something undead within 60 feet of you.
It's Henry. No, but you do sense Henry's also undead.
Oh.
So Henry is
good for
undead,
you.
and you hear that you feel something else that is also undead nearby, around you, perhaps.
Henry, I'm not making a comment about you. But there's something else undead here. Did I just out you? I didn't want.
He like puts a big hand on their shoulder.
Kind of. So we should be ready.
Puts a hand on his sword.
What are you gonna do?
Henry, should we go first, maybe? If it's gonna be there?
I'll stalk forward in that direction.
I'll move behind.
Okay, so you're gonna shift behind. As you enter this room, you can see on the eastern wall, and this is a large room, it's 70 feet by 80 feet. You see on the eastern wall a large fireplace, and by large I mean like 10 feet tall, with a large, very intricately carved bas relief that kind of come off of it. You see one large wingback chair and what looks like the remains of a wingback chair that's kind of been thrown into a pile of wood next to the fireplace. You see a goblet, crystal cut, intricately detailed, sitting on a small wooden table next to the chair. And you see in front of you what was glinting and drawing your attention, a chest banded in gold.
He looks at the chest, then looks at the others, looks at the chest, looks at the others.
Oh no, he sees shiny.
He starts walking for the chest.
I try to reach for him, but I know I'm not going to be able to grab him in time to hold him back, and I'm not going to be strong enough.
Henry.
Just ready a healing spell.
He goes over to the chest and goes to push it open.
The key is in the lock.
Henry, are you sure about this?
He looks back at the others, looks at the chest. And he goes.
I'm immediately like, my morning star is just in position at this point. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna have to use it on you.
My rapier's
or the
already
chest.
out, so
Holy
ready.
symbol one hand, mace in the other.
We're gonna go.
Goes to open
rapier
it.
in one hand, rapier in one hand, loot in the other.
Opens the chest.
As you do so, you can see inside it's a padded velveteen, and laying across it you see this is gonna get morbid, a hand up to about halfway up the arm. That articulates fully. Looks like you could even slide it on as like an armor almost. It bends and articulates. Most intricately carved and metallic bracer that you have ever seen.
Henry looks at this arm and holds it up and looks at the others. And the arm is wearing the bracer, right?
Well, as you go to pick it up, you realize that the arm just kind of fades away. It doesn't even dissolve. It just, or like decompose. It just fades away, and the bracer is left in your hand. So it articulates all over the entire hand, the wrist, and halfway and up to the elbow.
Okay, so like Henry's back has been away from everyone else this entire time, so he looks down at the bracer that's just sitting there, kind of peeks over his shoulder at the others, and then he puts his hand in the chest, and then he suddenly goes, and then he looks and then he stops. He goes,
And you see Vin having to stop in mid-sprint when he sees you go into laughing. It's like, not again.
and he steps to the side to let them look inside the chest.
That was funny, but also not funny.
I have an urge to slap you, but I won't. On account of whatever else is in here that needs our attention.
Was this kind of pinging where I felt that undead?
It's the same room, but as you move further into it, it doesn't seem that the chest would have been where that undead ping came from.
Okay, there's something else undead in here.
Do we want to grab this treasure?
Something other than you.
So mechanically speaking, what Henry is holding is one of the 4 relics. You know that if you wear it, it gives you +2 armor as a magical armor, but it also gives you damage and a half against Dracula.
Barbarian, put it on.
Henry looks at this thing, and so there's an arm inside. Is there an arm inside also inside of the thing also? Okay.
The arm disappeared when you picked it up.
All right. He'll take the bracelet and like put it on his wrist.
You were the brave one who went and picked it up.
He puts it on and he does this. He goes, like he's trying to model it.
Henry, it's you.
Modeled.
It looks very good on you.
Very nice. Very nice.
You found one of 4 relics. Good for you.
Ooh.
So I'm just gonna keep looking for whatever this undead thing is, maybe, and then maybe look at that crystal goblet because I don't know, maybe there's beer or wine in it.
As you walk over to that crystal goblet that's on the side table, you realize 3 things. One, that there's a small amount of liquid in the bottom of this goblet. It is not beer, and it's not wine. Definitely blood.
So someone in here has been drinking blood. It's a very nice glass. I don't think any of us should drink out of it.
Probably not safe.
So
You still... do you still have divine... No, divine sense is gone by now, right? It's an action. It's 1 round.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure that the sensation, now as you're moving around, came from the fireplace area.
So I'm gonna kind of turn my back to the fireplace, just be like, I think.
The fireplace is the fireplace active?
Yeah, the fire is lit.
Is there any bucket of water around here?
No.
Henry looks around, and he looks around and then looks at Roxy like there's no bucket.
Is there like a poker or anything?
Everyone look around for.
There's a very large set of pokers. Because again, this is a very large fireplace. It's like 10 feet tall and like
When
10 feet,
Roxy does
15
this,
wide.
he'll grab the 2 pokers and he'll do this with them. Like,
Doing this with these 2 huge tusks coming up too. It's like very confusing.
and like you see this look of concern in his face. Is like, am I doing something racist? As he's doing this.
Then we'll walk slowly over to Henry, pat him on the shoulder, and take one of the pokers out of your hand, your non-main sword hand, and then I'm gonna walk up slowly and try to poke the fire.
You're gonna poke the fire?
Yeah.
You can poke the fire. It will cackle. You'll see a couple of the logs break. It heats up a moment in the back.
Just watching, trying to see any
Can
movement.
Can I tell how long? Is there a lot of ash built up in here, or is this like a freshly started fire? Is this one that looks like it's been going for a while?
It might be going for a while, but it's not a lot of ash buildup, and as you watch it, it doesn't see you. Even as you poked it, there doesn't seem to be a lot of ash fall off of what's there. So it's, there's this otherworldliness where you're not sure that it acts as the way a fire should.
Do I feel heat coming off of it?
Yes, it feels like a fire. It reacts like a fire,
Okay.
but it's just not.
Not burning like a fire.
It's not
It's
burning
magical.
like fire. It's magic. It's almost like there's somebody can come and clean it for you magically. I don't know, or that the composition is wrong. There's a lot of things that are just weird about it.
Okay. Roxy's just gonna hit Divine Sense again.
You definitely get the impression that there is something undead behind the wall. Also something undead in the wall. And something else undead underneath you. Or 4
anything offering
things that
us
are
tea?
undead that are underneath you.
Behind the wall, in the wall, under us, there's a lot of undead within 60 feet. There's like 6. I think that's how math works.
Do we need to get out of this room?
You know where in the wall?
I should know the location.
It's like
so
right to
I
the
should
left,
have
right to the left of the fireplace. Like
We're here to. I don't want to fight. We're here to fight, right? We should. I'm gonna try and look for any kind of like things that would open a secret passage. Can I get behind this fireplace?
can you
like,
roll
is
an
there...
investigation?
It's not gonna be good, but I can roll it. Are you kidding me? That's a nat 20 minus 1.
But it's still not 20, so a 19. It's fine. For a skill check. This is where I say is you kind of are like pushing around and like touching things. You realize these bas
Like
reliefs are
whispering to the flying spaghetti monster, please put your noodly appendage upon me and guide me.
So it's like that moment in Princess Bride where Inigo is moving with the sword, having his sword guide him, and then he falls right into the appropriate knot. It's exactly that moment. As you kind of like push
Roxy 100% like gives up. Oh.
And as you do so, it's like one of the bas relief figures that you kind of like push against, and it twists just a little bit, and the door pops open, and you can see a darkened hallway. Hi, you found one of the 2 secret passages in this castle. Congratulations.
So, when Roxy said that there is a lot of undead behind the wall and behind the floor, but a lot behind the wall, you see, like, while they were all looking around, you see this look of anxiety hits, like, Henry's face, and he looks at the wall like, right, it's behind the wall. So you ever, like, like, when you would watch, like, a Muppet movie and Sweetums, whenever like Sweetums like getting ready to run, you see Henry like getting ready to gear up, like he's about to run at the wall, to run through the wall to get what is ever behind the door. So they open up the door opens up, and he's already running through the door, trying to break it down, but his momentum keeps on going though.
Of course, they're inside the computer. Okay,
as you
so
do
I think
this-
we, and then boom, 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 boom.
As you do this, you
Roxy
see a,
runs after.
you see
Yeah.
a passage.
We all.
Henry, do you have dark vision?
No, I don't.
Oh, Henry.
So you're running in the dark. Roxy, you're running behind.
I do have dark vision.
You do have dark vision. You can see
I
that there's this that it's a much narrower hallway than any of the spaces you've been in. So it still has very high ceilings, but it's still narrow. So it's maybe
Like scraping my.
it's about 7 feet across. So you have just enough space so it's not
Yeah.
you're not going to get a lot of movement, and you're going to have to effectively go single file. But you're
No, I don't.
and as you follow Henry as he's running, you see like the walls slowly start to change from stone masonry work, stone and joiner and God, what is the word? Grout. That's the word I was looking for. To rougher hewn carved walls, and then the carpet gives way that's back there, and you're just about the edge of your 60 feet range and what you would have sensed, and you see a small figure approaching Henry, running at Henry full speed, very upset, very angry, and with bright red glowing eyes, about to attack Henry.
I imagine this whole time too. Roxy's been like, turn left, turn right.
He's doing that. Yep. He was doing that the entire time.
Get mad, get mad. Are you mad?
Henry.
Are you mad?
He gets mad and he rages because he sees these two red eyes.
Yep.
It's very small. It's very small and very mean, I think.
I mean, it's small, and it is
Oh my gosh.
aggressively mean, I might consider.
Oh,
But, yeah.
yeah.
So,
Henry.
He can't see though.
no, he can't see, which means any attacks he's going to make are going to be at disadvantage because he's in the dark. I would
But
like.
he has
But he's
the
gonna
glowing
recklessly
eyes, right?
attack.
Could he see the glowing eyes at least?
Yeah, but you're not
Okay.
going to get advantage.
Okay, what I would like to do though is attack recklessly, so it cancels out the disadvantage.
Okay, I'll allow it. You want to go ahead? And...
What he does is he just raises the sword and he's still running, but he's just swinging the sword down repeatedly, hoping that he will hit whatever is in the hallway.
Cool. So you can cancel the disadvantage, so you're rolling straight, and then they're going to get to make their attack.
That's a 27 to hit.
That will definitely hit. That will definitely hit. Hold on.
That is 12 points
12
of
points
magical slashing.
12 points of magical slashing. Well, that seems mean. But it's their turn, so they get to go next.
Yeah, and they roll advantage on me.
They do, and they can see in the dark, so they don't have any problems with this. As they swing, or as they go to attack you, and I need the thing, which is here and here. And they are going to I almost feel bad. Nah, not really. They're going to swing at you, and you realize that their actions. Well, Roxy, because Roxy can see them. Henry can't, so there's nothing. You realize that this is a dwarf with no armor on, and glowing bright red eyes, and you see fangs start to emerge from their mouth. And they are going to attack you. And they get advantage on you because... So...
Yeah.
That's a 19 to hit.
That does hit.
That will do 13... Well, that's the first attack. They get a bunch. So it's 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second attack is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
13 bludgeoning damage. Good thing you're raging, right?
Yeah.
And, well, a 10 is an 11 isn't going to hit.
That misses, yes.
Roxy is still a little bit behind.
But I have. Can I spell? Can I cast a spell? I would very much like to cast a spell if I can.
You can. At this point, it's. I'm saying that you're outside of its range to do something. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, cool.
So it's the end of its
Sorry.
turn. Now it's your turn.
Yeah. I am just going to. I'm seeing glowing eyes and pointed teeth, and I'm pretty sure I know what that means, and it's not good. So I'm going to again pull out some seeds and say, "Our pasta, who art in colander, draining be thy noodles," and throw the seeds. And I'm gonna do the moonbeam again.
Mm-hmm.
Giant meatball appears, single strand of pasta, and moonbeam directly on top of this little guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he will have to make con saves on his turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to shout back to everyone, "Vampire! Vampire! Vampire! Vampire!" And then try to put myself against the wall so someone can get by if they need to.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, here we go.
So you're the two of. I guess the question should be, we will. Let's let everybody roll initiative now, because that first round was the surprise round for both of you, because you both ran into each other, literally. So let's roll initiative.
You need to clear the order first, or?
I'm just going to manually do it because you're
Okay.
you're literally off the map. You're in one of the.
Okay.
I got a 22.
16.
17.
10.
I got a 22.
You're ready to
Gonna
go.
get it.
Not 20, 24. Oh,
Oh God.
24.
Okay, but it's going to start its turn in a moonbeam.
Yes, it
So,
is.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's true.
Henry, you said 22?
Yeah.
And then Vin is 16 again, Lucretia is 10, and Roxy is... What was that?
17.
17? Sorry, I couldn't
We're
hear you for a
almost-
second.
We're
Sorry.
almost in the walking order that we were in. So
Right?
that's
Yeah.
Cool. So it's gonna start its turn. And it's going to start its turn in the moonbeam. It's going to roll its con save first.
Please.
16.
Yeah, it passes, so it's going to take... do we round up or down for...
Round
I
up.
rolled 11,
Round
so it's either 5 or 6.
We'll take 6. We'll say 6.
But it is radiant damage.
Yeah. It is radiant damage. The bigger thing is it's going to prevent it from shapeshifting.
Yeah. Oh, and it makes that roll at disadvantage if it's shapeshifter.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
That is true. It's 16.
Yep.
But now it's its turn, and it's going to. Well, you still have a barbarian in front, and so it's going to proceed to whack at you from the dwarf height. Because this is
Your kneecaps are in so much
Going
danger.
for my knees.
And also, you're
Better
very
than
tall.
knees than
Look,
what's
I
slightly
would like to
above.
point out that this particular vampire may have at one point preferred taking people out at lower targets.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate for them that they did some things. So it's wait. Oh. Well, that's the same attack roll. So 27. Oh wait, so I have advantage still on the barbarian. That's a nat 20.
Yeah.
So that
That's
is
bad.
26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Alright.
So that's the first strike. Second strike is a 17 to hit.
That hits exactly.
So that's 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
You upped your armor class, right?
Oh, that's right. It's 18 then. 18. No.
Oh,
yes.
18. 18, you're
Yes.
good. Then that one doesn't hit.
Yeah.
And last strike is a 20, dirty 20.
Okay.
That is
That hits.
13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And it will reach out at Roxy, because you are now close enough, Roxy. Hi, you're here. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh yeah, these have gone real well for me.
DC 16.
That's a 12.
So you're going to take 18 necrotic damage.
Was that? Oh wait, I rolled just a straight Constitution check, not a Constitution saving throw.
So you would add your proficiency bonus. Because you have, does a,
yeah.
no,
So it would just be what? So yeah, that's
wait,
only
does
13.
is paladins don't get, which is their,
I don't have my aura yet.
no,
But
what
I'm
I'm saying
immune
is
to
like
disease.
paladins saves are, you get proficiency bonus on Constitution and Charisma, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was blanking on I was like, it was Charisma and what's the other one? Constitution. So,
Yeah.
so what is it?
Wouldn't have changed it. It's
would-
good. It would have been a 13. It wouldn't have.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been high enough. But you take 18 points of necrotic damage. And you see it move forward and slightly up and over out of the moonbeam. Flying, sort of. It kind of hovering at about, the 15-foot mark. And
I maintain the moonbeam.
Yep. It's out of it because it's
Yeah,
circling around.
I just rolled my con check to see if I maintained.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. And it is now. It doesn't look quite so any damaged. Then I believe it's Henry's turn. Hi. Your friend is hovering,
So
not flying. You can still hit it.
So is the moonbeam? It does provide like some kind of light, right? I just want to make sure that the
Yes,
moonbeam
the
provide light.
moonbeam will provide enough light for you to see. It is no longer at disadvantage.
Okay. You see then now that the light is there, Henry looks at that thing and you see the bolts on his neck are just charging, crackling with that necrotic energy as he then goes for a big old reckless attack against this hovering dwarf vampire. Something I never thought I would have to say, but here we are. Does a 22 hit?
22 will hit.
Okay. That is 10 points of magical slashing damage and 7 points of necrotic damage.
7 points of necrotic and magical slashing. Okay.
And then I'm going to attack it again.
Cool.
Like, you just see the way he's attacking this thing is like he's like just swinging his sword about left and right, trying to find some purchase on it, and does a 16 hit.
16 does not.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. You're wearing something.
Yeah, I'm wearing the bracer.
You're wearing
Yeah.
the bracer, which counts as a relic and does count. It does damage and a half against vampires.
Right.
Sorry, I should. It's mostly for Dracula because technically in the games you can collect all 4 of the relics
Yeah.
and do weird things, and you realize that they're actually Dracula's body parts, which gets really strange. But you end up with so doing damage and a half. What was that damage roll again?
I did 7 points of necrotic damage and 10 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
And we never used that heart, so if you crit, use that heart.
Yeah.
Yep, you have one left.
Okay. One more. I have one more attack left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And advantage. Does a 25 hit? I did not crit.
25 will hit.
Okay. And that is 14 points of magical slashing damage.
14 points of magical slashing.
So and plus attack in half, so that is plus 14.
Plus 7 plus 14 is 21.
So yeah, 21 points of magical slashing. Yeah.
Okay, so 21. Sorry, had to answer an email very quickly. All right, so it's still up. It's floating and hovering, which means it's probably just about your chest height now, or almost about your head height, because dwarf. Very angry dwarf. Not wearing any armor. Very defined pecs.
And I'm thinking, like, after, like, he does those attacks, he just thuds the sword down, and he's, like, kind of huffing and puffing like I took a lot out of him, so now they have advantage on him.
Roxy.
Okay, so he moved, this is still like
He
a
moved
7 foot wide.
forward, so, but kind of to the side of Henry, so he didn't, like, assuming that you put the moonbeam to not hit Henry, he went from in front to the side just so he was out of the moonbeam and could make the attacks against Henry, hovering about 10 feet off the ground.
Okay, so he's within range to hit me, but not like between us. We're not flanking, correct?
Yeah, you're not flanking because you're on either.
I was just trying to...
Picture a triangle point at this moment, because like right, you're behind him, and he kind of came around to not break.
Perfect.
Not so much.
Just trying to make sure I understood. Just trying to make sure I understood. So, you seem really interesting, and I think you should just stay in the spotlight. And I'm going to bonus action move the moonbeam.
Okay, so remember this is a narrower space.
Right.
So it's going to hit you and Henry.
So it's only 5 feet. It's a 5 foot beam.
Okay. Then you could do it. Wait, I thought no, a moonbeam's like 10 feet diameter.
Range 120 feet. Area 5 foot cylinder, 40 feet tall.
Oh, okay. Why did I have the number wrong? My bad. All right, so you can do it, and it'll be very close. But any attacks that go into it you might enter into the space.
Yeah. Okay. So I will just take 2 attacks at him right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. I assume a 13 does not hit.
13 does not hit.
17?
17 does hit. Sorry, 17 does hit.
Okay. So, swings once, misses, comes back up for 10 points of bludgeoning with a magical weapon.
Okay, good
As
to know.
Klaupsik just wings him. And then I am going to take the attack of opportunity to back up.
Okay.
Don't forget, you've got the advantage. You've got the inspiration die in case you want to
Yeah.
use it anytime.
That's right.
So it, however, doesn't seem to choose to make an attack of opportunity upon you.
Okay. So I'm gonna back up 30 feet and then bonus action move that moonbeam to be on top of him, and just kind of look back to see if the others are coming. And that's my turn.
As it kind of reaches out its hands and does one of these, and then nails kind of grow out. Vin, you're about
All right, how
25.
How far
30
am
feet
I
back.
away?
You're 30 feet
Okay.
back from.
I'm going to get myself in a good position. I've got my loot in hand. I flip it over. The underside of it is a light crossbow, and I'm going to take a shot at it.
I embrace all of this. This is great.
I want
All right,
my loot to be my real life loot to be a mini crossbow.
I've seen it happen in all sorts of cartoons.
Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. Now, does my double whammy thing that I got from the light thing, does that only kick in once I actually make the hit?
No, you can make once you make an attack, you can make a double. You can immediately make a second attack.
Okay.
For your double shot. If you hit, it's double damage.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take I'll go ahead and take the other shot now then.
A
21, does that
will
hit? Okay,
for
this is
18
18 points of magical piercing damage.
Cool.
And my bonus action, I will turn to Lucretia, look to you and say, let's see. Ain't gonna need the life no longer, ain't gonna need his life no more. Ain't got time to get shield up, ain't got time to cast no wards, ain't got time to get a bow out or pull a sword and rage. Ain't gonna need his life no longer, you're gonna send him to meet the saints. And I give you an inspiration.
Woo!
So, you can have that. Is that the end of your turn, Vin?
That'll be the end of my turn.
Lucretia.
All right. I am making a quick note to myself so that way I remember that I have the... It's a D6 for Bardic,
D6,
right?
Yep.
Okay. Got the D6 Bardic on me. I do have one ranged weapon on me. It is not my preferred weapon, but I'll step to make a shot with the bow and see how it goes. Flip the Morningstar over, grab the bow under the veil cape thing and take a fire. So, shot 1 was a 13, so we know that doesn't hit.
Nope, doesn't hit, sorry.
Shot 2, on the other hand, is a 19.
The 19 will hit.
All right. Let's see. 7 damage, said Long.
Ooh, 7 damage as you hit it.
I want to hit it in one of the pecs, but I assume it is not the one that is going to be the be-all and end-all of it. It's just, they're a large target.
Yes, they are, and he flexes.
We'll
Appreciated.
also say, if you want to get closer, Roxy has kind of put herself against the wall because keeping that moonbeam up is probably going to be the most important thing. So if you're wanting to charge in, she will make room.
I'll plan to step in next turn then, so I can get back to my preferred weapon.
Okay, so, this dwarven vampire who's hovering against the ground, not wearing a shirt and, flexing, looks very good for being a vampire, I guess.
He has to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
He does get to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage. So that's a 12, which means he's going to take full damage.
That's 15 points of radiant.
Alright, so 15 points radiant damage. I mean, he's looking almost unhappy.
Almost.
Almost unhappy.
Almost.
I mean, it is his turn now, and so he's going to reach out at Henry. Henry, last round, did you make the attacks at Reckless?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he
everything's been
gets to
reckless.
attack you at advantage. For 25 to hit.
That will hit.
So it's 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
First attack. And second attack is an 18 for
That hits.
another 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And a 20 to hit on the last
That will hit.
for 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Boy, am I glad I'm raging.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Sweetum's looking.
He's had half-ish.
And he's going to reach out and like cock its head and turn and look at the orc who put this moonbeam on it, and I need a Constitution saving throw from Roxy, please.
That's a 13, but I think I'm going to use my Bardic.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to make it an 18.
So you get 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And you see it kind of like heal up just a little bit and open its jaw and
Thank you, Vin.
Henry.
Okay. I am going to swing at it recklessly. because that's what he's really good at. Forgot to roll advantage. There we go. That is a 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
Okay. That is 13 plus. So it's a attack. You said a half. Do half damage on top of it.
Yeah, so it's whatever your damage is.
That is 15 points of magical slashing damage and
so plus 8 is 15 plus 8 is
23.
23.
And 5 more points of necrotic damage on top of it.
Okay. The necrotic I'm just leaving because he is
Got it.
he's not vulnerable to it.
Yeah.
He's resistant to it. So that
And
just means the number stays the same and I don't have to worry about math.
so that was the first attack.
Mm-hmm.
And the second attack, that does a 21 hit.
21 will hit.
Okay. And that is 14 points of magical slashing, so that's 21 points of magical slashing damage.
Cool. He's not looking good. He doesn't like that.
And after he does those 2 attacks, you see Henry like just let out this roar at this vampire, but like for some reason like his mouth is stitched up, so it's just this kind of roar that he just yells at this thing.
Hey, Roxy.
That's my turn.
Oh, it's me again. Okay. He hasn't moved, right?
No, he hasn't moved. He stayed in the
put-
moonbeam this time.
Okay. Oh, there's no way I can get to Henry without provoking,
You'd have to
without
go
getting
by
in his
him.
range.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of my healing spells are touch. And there's just not a whole lot else I could do right now. Okay, what I will do then is I will say, all right, we've got this. Give us this day our daily garlic bread and forgive us our trespasses, and we forgive those who trample upon our lawns. And I will cast Bless upon myself, Krisha, and Henry.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a D4 added to any attack roll or saving throw.
Nice.
Oh, no. Never mind. I do not do that because that's a concentration spell.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Okay, I
was
don't
gonna be
think
my
it's going
question.
to work. I don't think it's going to work, but I will step forward 20 feet and will instead say the same thing. Lead us not in. Give us this daily garlic bread, and I will cast. I will channel divinity, which is a feat, so it's not going to mess that up.
Nope.
And will. He has to make, and he's going to make it because he's a freaking vampire. And of course, now I can't find.
It's a con save.
No, it is Dex or Strength. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Class features. Give it to me. I was just looking at it. Nature's Wrath. So these spectral spaghetti noodles come out of the ground and start to wrap around him, and he has to make either a Dex or a Strength saving throw.
Okay.
His choice.
Cool. He gonna choose strength. For reasons.
Sure.
16.
Yeah, these noodles grab onto him and just kind of snap away, and I'm just gonna back away that 10 feet again. My remaining movement, and just be like, hang in there.
Then
And put myself against the wall so someone can go past.
All right, I'm gonna fire the crossbow again.
Okay.
22 hit
That will hit.
for 9 magical piercing.
All right. That's good.
And that's all I'm going to be able to do this round.
Okay. Lucretia, my darling. You're muted.
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 Because I was about to sneeze, I thought earlier, and then I didn't. So here we are.
Been there.
I'm gonna charge in and get the morning. Slip the bow on the back. Morning Star. That anime run that people do when they switch weapons super fast and super cool looking. And we're gonna Morning Star it for both attacks on this floaty guy.
Yeah, this floating dwarf without a shirt on.
Yeah. That'll hit.
Yes, it will
nice.
hit indeed.
That feels nice. For max damage. And on the
Very
second.
nice.
Nice.
Looking
Almost a
Nice.
crit.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. No. Almost. So close, but
So
not
close.
quite. 12 damage.
Okay, so he's not liking any of this.
I'm also gonna action
That's
surge
kind of cool.
then, because I feel like it. I get an additional attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because those pecs are taunting me.
They are.
Alright, 19.
Yes. Or 27 is what roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 8, 27. And 8 more damage.
Yeah.
That feels so nice.
So he's not liking that.
Nicely.
You get one more.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do. Here we go. 23.
Yep. He's really not liking this.
Well, I only got 8 more damage. So
Cool. So, cool. Is that your turn?
that is indeed. I don't think I have anything else that I need right now. So I'll yeah. I'm up here.
So, what he's gonna do is he's going to do 2 attacks on Henry, then
First, he has to make
his
a
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save at disadvantage.
Yep. 23 or 12. The 12 fails. He's
He's going to take 13 more radiant.
13 more radiant. He is still up and floating, but he kind of bobs and weaves, and he's looking a little like pulled against the skull. Looked drained, very dehydrated, not happy. So he's going to do first 2 attacks against Henry. And Henry went reckless last round.
Yeah.
So 27
Okay, that hits.
for 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 15
Misses.
misses. And then against Lucretia, which is straight, he's going to squat out at you because you hit him. For a crit, does 26 bludgeoning damage.
Lucretia, what's your AC?
My AC is 16.
Okay, so cutting words isn't gonna get
No.
close to touching that. Okay.
26 damage is fine. I will hellish rebuke him though, because
Yeah.
how dare? How
Rebuke
dare.
that crit.
So yes, 26 bludgeoning
The
damage.
audacity.
Yeah. But all
What
right,
is
so he
the-
just needs to beat a 12 for the
For a-
dex.
for a dex
I didn't roll-
save?
Yeah. I didn't roll that great with the damage, but still, it'll make me.
Points is points.
Points is points is points.
Yeah, he's not that great at dex saved, although he rolled well.
Chippin' is great.
But he's also really angry at you now, so he is going to, he's also really sore and really not happy and really in a lot of pain. So he's going to, I need a Constitution saving throw from Lucretia.
Okay, well, he took his 4 fire damage. I feel that rebuking. Oh god, I rolled such shit. Oh god.
So you're going to take 18 necrotic
Wait,
damage.
I have that. Does the bardic go for
Yeah.
saving throws?
Yep.
Yeah, so saving throws as well. Use it.
I'm
Use
gonna
it.
use it. This is the time.
Mm-hmm.
Add a
Use
d6
it.
to that.
Use
Use
it.
it or lose
Oh.
it.
Mm.
Oh no.
10 is not going to help you here as you end up
Yeah.
with, still going to take 18 necrotic damage.
Ouchie, ouchie.
And you see it start to get its color back, and it's going to drift out of the moonbeam away from everybody and into the wall. Or downwards, I should say, into the floor.
Just like sinks into the floor.
Just sinks to the floor completely.
Does anyone get attack of opportunity?
You can all make an attack. The people who are next to it can make an attack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
I've
attack of
already-
opportunity.
Yeah.
I've already
Yeah,
used my
I can't.
reaction to Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
attack of opportunity it.
Yeah, I'm ranged, so I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So only Henry can.
Does an 18 hit?
And 18 will hit.
It takes 15 plus another half of 15. What? That's 7?
8.
Oh, 8. So that
23.
is 23 points. Yeah, 23 points of
As you
necrotic
look
damage.
down, you see that it shimmers slightly, and just you have this moment where the eyes, instead of red, go to a very dark chocolate warm brown, and it fades away into the floor. It's almost like it fades out of existence at the same time. And then you hear a creak. And a
Should we run?
I can
This
recommend running if you want to survive out of the walls.
Run.
It runs
Run.
down the hall.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to end, with the 4 of you surviving. Woo! Currently, you're alive in the castle.
We're more alive than we expected to.
Yeah.
You,
Boy.
and you didn't end up, I mean, there was things that happened last session that meant that Dracula was distracted and other people were going to pay attention to you. And that's what you ended up doing. You found a friend, or who was not a friend.
Yep.
But we're going to do our giveaway. We're going to do 2 sketch giveaways because we didn't get a response from somebody else earlier. So we have 2 sketches to give away from the wonderful Half-Hours Tournament, doing character sketches. Anybody who's currently in chat can win. You know, anyone who is currently in chat can win, and I'm going to start that giveaway now. So the first one, and then we'll let people do their outros, and then we'll let all of that other good stuff. If that works for everybody. Thank you again, everyone, for playing. Thank you, everybody in chat, for supporting. So first giveaway is epic music. Hawkeye! Yay! Congrats for Hawkeye! You get one of the 2 other character sketches from the
Cool.
wonderful Half-Hours Tournament.
Alrighty.
You'll give me a message later, and we'll get that to her. We'll let everybody do their outros. So why don't we actually start with Hawkeye? I feel that that's appropriate.
Sure.
Take it away.
All right, I'm Hawkeye, or Kentucky Hawkeye. This was a blast. Enjoyed being with all of you and all that, and look forward to the sequel if we ever get a chance to have one as well. And it's always been always a pleasure to roll dice with Prax and all that. You can find me here on Twitch. Monday nights, my daughter and I do Family Night at Emporium. My Twitch channel is Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium, where we are currently doing the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, or as we like to call it, the Quest for Mousetroid. We're working our way through those stories right now. Tuesday nights is the weekly Skyrim serial. I'm currently doing a story called Bevset, the Glass Lass. She is the often mentioned but never seen before now sister of Bellathor out of Whiterun, who always talks about how he'd sell, if he had a sister, he'd sell her in a second. He did, and she's fighting the slavery ring that she got sold into, and they're in the process of that right now. And then Wednesday, you can catch me with Grappler's Keep, my WWE 2K22 universe, where numbered DMs, GMs, and RPG players from across the Twitch universe compete in a ring that we lovingly call the Dice Tray, where we can half away from our next premium live event, the Fiendish Stockade, our version.
We can't call it pay-per-views anymore. We don't call it pay-per-views anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, premium live event. They're premium live events now, and you can catch a number of people, including Prax, who's former tag team champion, and she's on the cusp of maybe getting another shot at those tag team titles in a week and a half at the Fiendish Stockade, and we have other people from Twitch there as well. And depending on how it goes, we may be premiering a new wrestler on this upcoming premium live event. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, after the end of the year here, you can catch me on Wandering DM's channel Saturdays at 1 p.m. for Scion, Birth of the New Gods, where we have reached the point of God Agers now. We're above demigod, but we're not quite full gods yet. I play the son of Ogma, one of the gods out of the Celtic Pantheon, and we've just rescued my protege, and it also turned out to be my daughter from being captured along with some other scions, and we're looking forward to see what happens when we fight the people who have captured the other sons of the gods, including my daughter. Beware the wrath of a god who's defending his daughter. Otherwise, Cancer Cleric by day, RPG fanboy by night. You can catch me out around lurking.
Indeed, do catch all of those things, including the Dice Tray events, because they're really good, and it's some total of my knowledge of wrestling comes from watching Hawkeye do fun over play-by-play voiceover stuff, and that leads us to directly above Hawkeye on the overlay. Alyssa, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. You know, I got nothing to promote. I got nothing to really do or say. It was just really nice to get to play again, and it was lovely to play with all of you. Thank you, Prax, for inviting me. Thank you, everyone, for donating. Now that I'm no longer working in nonprofits, I don't feel the need to do the spiel, which is... It's primo, everybody. Basically, when it comes to your dreams, don't let your dreams be dreams. Which mine included, deciding to hammer my life in medical school instead of being nonprofits. So thank you again for having me. And who knows? 2023 is a new year. Maybe in between TAing organic chemistry and application prep, I will have more time to be around.
Yes, we'll have to talk about that. Just, there have to be things that we have to do. Then next to Alyssa, we have Wally. Thank you, Wally. You survived.
I did. I survived. Man, look, I was going in this deciding to be reckless, and I did. And I am not ashamed, and I'm not disappointed of any of my actions.
You should not be in any way, shape, or form.
Thank you so much for inviting me, having played this game with you. It was so much fun playing with all of you guys. This was a great game. I loved it. Where can you find me? You can find me on Twitter and all the other places at WALE132 at cute little Disney Robot. You can find me playing games over at GGK Game Nights, where I play some Monster of the Week one day, I play some Dragon Age RPG another day, and I play some D&D every Saturday morning there. Also, it's a lot of fun times. You can also find me over at Black Arrow Mage every Wednesday with some Strixhaven RPG, some good times with the Strixu, which is an all-black TTRPG cast playing some Strixhaven. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you once again. Thank you for just letting me play with you guys. As I said in the chat, I went into this playing one way, then I realized I'm just playing what if Sweetums from the Muppets was a Dark Souls boss. And that's it right there. Yeah.
I support this, and Sweetums would be the most horrible Dark Souls boss that you would ever fight.
He would.
It's like,
someone made some really great If the Muppets Were Dark Souls.
I know, yeah, I've seen those.
Oh,
yeah. Now I want
Those
if someone can just take a mod of Elder Scrolls and just put Sweetums in as every single boss monster in that game. No, just for the trolls. Just for those giant trolls, just replace them all with Sweetums.
Oh, you mean in Elden Ring?
Yeah. Those giant trolls, in Elden Ring, those giant trolls in Elden Ring, just replace them all with Sweetums.
Okay, you heard that, mod people. Let's go out and do that. And last but certainly not least, Kay, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for playing. I appreciated every minute of this.
Thank you for having me. I got to meet everyone here for the first time. So thank you all for playing with me and laughing at my ridiculous but very earnest paladin. I'm Kate Purcell. I am found across the internet at KDamnFear. You can find me every Tuesday with my amazing co-DM, David Lee, for the Chaotic Wholesome Talk Show. We just wrapped up an 8-part horror campaign called Godplane with amazing performers, Carrie Smith, Urban Bohemian, Candace the Magnificent, and Maddie Matihi. If you like horror, please check it out on YouTube. I had so much fun with it. You can find me every other Wednesday on the Emergency Power Podcast, which is a Starfinder homebrew game. I play Soul, who is just the worst human being and a complete disaster queer. So if that is your cup of tea, please do check it out. It's wonderfully terrible. And I've got some fun stuff coming up in 2023. So keep an eye out. There's going to be casting calls and stuff coming. So thank you for letting me play with and meet you all. Thank you, chat, for donating and hanging out. And I love y'all. Thank you for taking care of charities.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciated all of you. We have one last, because the first giveaway for Hawkeye was a backup. We're going to have one last giveaway for another sketch from our wonderful Half-Hour's Hermit. So we should, if you're in chat, you'll be counted. It'll be fine. We will roll that right now. I'm trying to minimize the amount of audio that's attacking you. So ready? Go. Cybe, send me a whisper here on Twitch so that I can get you in contact with our wonderful, wonderful artist, Half-Hour's Hermit. If you can give me a shout out or give me a whisper on Twitch, I will get that to you as soon as possible. But for right now, we need to go so that I can get the last crew in here because I think Dracula needs to kill more people. There are 4 running around and running away from other vampires. It'll be great. So we'll see you in a few minutes, everybody. But until then, see you in a few.